Hello, today I want to share vaccination vocabulary, part 1, and this vocabulary comes from the several articles I read to prepare for a discussion club, and I try to compile a list of the essential expressions you can hear while listening to the news or reading articles about vaccinations, especially amid COVID-19 pandemic. I believe that almost all of the media outlets they talk and discuss vaccination process. So the first one is to administer a vaccine. Normally, you would say to apply a vaccine, to give a vaccine, to deliver a vaccine, but in the articles you will see to administer a vaccine, and you may hear such expressions as after the first shot being administered, after the first dose being administered. So, well, you might see administer as the synonym for to apply. The second is to inoculate population. To inoculate is the synonym for to vaccinate, and in the news they always talk about what country vaccinated how much of its population. For example, nowadays I believe that US hit 10%, and it's a great result. I know that we recently read the news that India is inoculating their health workers. Israel is inoculating, and actually, well, there are many countries inoculating its population. And in this context, we discussed who should be inoculated first, and who are the essential workers that all people talk about. So we will. You may see these questions within this expression. Number 3 is herd immunity. I believe that this is one of the most discussed concepts. Herd immunity, in Russian we use the adjective collective immunity. So herd immunity can be reached through two ways. The first one is when everyone or the majority of the population gets infected, they start producing antibodies, and and they have their own immunity. The second way is less risky, and it is through vaccination. So the main question is how much of the population should have immunity, when will this herd immunity be achieved, is it still safe to go outside even with the herd immunity being reached something like 70%. So there are many questions we have discussed. The fourth is to stop the virus's spread. It seems quite a simple expression, but I wanted my students to pay attention to the structure of this sentence. So I usually ask questions: what should we or what could we individually do to stop the virus's spread, and or to stop the virus from spreading? And these are the simplest things, the basic things, such as washing our hands, wearing masks, and keeping social distance. So here you can pay attention only to the spelling and correctly pronounce the word spread. Number 5 is quite interesting. 2 shots given 3 weeks apart. I ask my students, what does it mean? Why do we have 2 shots, and what do these 3 weeks mean, or why do we need them? So we know that every vaccine is different, and some vaccines they need 3 weeks, 4 weeks. I'm not sure about the details. So my main question was, why do we need these 3 weeks? Why can't we get only 1 shot? And the second is, are these the same shots or are they different? So within the discussion, it's not crucial to have an answer. So you can students can just share their opinions, their guesses. What do they think? What have they read? So it's more about speaking practice. That is why it's okay if we have, for example, different resources such as Russian. Someone reads Russian resource, someone reads American, someone reads Chinese. So they might have different opinions, but it's okay. So this is part 1 of vaccination vocabulary, and in the later video I will complete it with the part 2. Thank you very much.